Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to Pandas playlist. So guys, till now we have discussed very basics of Pandas like reading our CSV file, TSV file or JSON file, HTML file and simple data manipulation kind of thing, head, tail, simple parameters and functions we have seen till now. So let me just recall everything. We have used a range, a kind of function of NumPy in our previous classes. We have seen about two data types. One is data frame and second is series. So data frame is nothing but combination or multiple rows and columns, and series is just by selecting one row or one column at a time. So we have seen about these two data types. Moving on, we have seen about reading a JSON kind of file. So today let me start with one more data type that we have is date time or datetime stamp. So for this I'm using one HTML file. Let me just show this file to you before moving on. So when I open this file, you see it's very unstructured kind of thing. It's just a list of all bank that has been filled. If you see, this is the tabular format of this HTML file where it says all the bank names that have been filled, their closing date, their updated date. So what I'm trying to do is I'm reading this HTML file using my function that is read underscore HTML, and I'm storing this under variable A. Now as we know, as we have already discussed about HTML in our previous video, whenever we execute A, okay, I'm sorry, let me import my pandas, let me read all this. So yeah, it's loading, I guess it will, yeah. So we have talked about this. Whenever we will execute this variable A, it will give us a list. You will be able to find a square bracket. So this is also not very organized. This is not a data frame kind of data type. So for that, we already know what we need to do is just give this index, that is the 0th index it will store. So this is our data frame. So A is a data frame which contains this tabular format of data of this HTML file, which contains list of all bank names that has been filled. Now we have got our data frame. Now we can do anything we want. This is our main objective. The first objective is to get a data frame, get a data in a structured format. Now suppose I want city or a bank name which I am trying to do. What we can do, this is also we have discussed, just give a of 0 where this data frame is, and then give. So suppose I need like I've already explained why we are giving two square bracket. Let me revise it again. If we give only one, this will work fine when we want to fetch only one variable. Suppose I just need city, and I'll just erase or delete one square bracket and I execute this. So this is working fine for me because this is the format a of 0 in square bracket. Square bracket means not a list, it is just a format. Always remember, if this was a list and I have given this bank name and all, it should execute, right? Because list can contain multiple variable names, but this won't work because this is not a list, this is just a format. For that we have to give a proper list by giving one more square bracket, and then it will work by giving me city and bank name. So this all we have discussed in our previous tutorial videos. So now moving on, we have also seen about d types is the data types. So what a of 0 is my data frame. Let me just get my data frame again so that it will be clear to you guys. So I've executed this. So this is my data frame. What I'm trying to do, a of 0, that is my data frame dot d types. It will give me the data types of each and every columns of a data frame. So bank name column is object. Object is nothing but a text type, or you can say a string. So CERT is in integer. You can find the CERT is 91 and everything. This is an integer. Now the main topic that I need to discuss for today's tutorial video is this date kind of format. Like this is closing date and updated date is in object format. Now this date is in text or string format. We need to convert this into real date kind of data type. For that, what we can do is, what I have done is pd.toDatetime. It will convert this into date time format. right? And what I am trying to convert into date time, my a of 0 and this column closing date. So now if you see, my closing date is in object kind of data type. What I'm trying to do, I'm converting this into date time, and then I'm storing this into C. Now when I execute C, one second. Yeah, now when I execute C, you will be able to find this has converted this into a real date kind of format, which this is not in the case of my this HTML file where it is showing September 23 2016. I'm able to see it has converted into a date kind of format, that is 23 September 2016, right? This is how easily we can convert anything into date time kind of format using this to underscore date time function. Now moving on, we have seen this. Now if I see type of C0, you'll be able to find this is a timestamp. Why? Let me just show you this. If I just write type of C, this is a series. C is nothing but a series which contains 546 indexes. If I select any one index, like we have seen, data frame is combination of rows and columns. Series is just a series, like uh, different records or different rows. Now moving on, if I need to fetch anyone, like C of 0 is 23rd of September 2016. What is the type of this is time stamp. This is another kind of data type, time stamp, which it will give me date or time, date time kind of format. This is a timestamp 2309 2016. So this is another data type we have seen today. Now suppose this is my C. As you all know, C is nothing but closing date of my HTML file, which we have converted into date time format. Now I need to know only year. So there is this function C is my series dot dt. Dt is nothing but date time. This is a object dot year. It will just give me all the years of the series. You can see over here. If I just erase this and just click on tab, it will give me all the list, year, month and everything. Why is it not working? Let me just check it again. C.dt and then dt dot and tab, or we can just write year. It will give me year, right? So yeah, so whenever you're going to write dt dot function and then press on tab, you will be able to find all the function that you can give over here. So suppose I'm giving month, c.dt dot month, it will give me all the month of my series. And similarly, I've done for month dot day, it will give only the day. So this is how we can format our data accordingly, like we want. So yeah guys, this is about another data type, timestamp. Now coming to binary data formats. What is this? Like we have seen how to read our CSV file. Similarly, I've read my this ex1.csv file. I've stored this into a. I'm guessing now you're able to cope up with me regarding this read function. Just I'm reading this into a. So this is my file. What I'm trying to do over here is a dot to pickle, and then I'm giving this file name a. So we have already seen to underscore csv. It will store a csv file in our hard disk. Similarly, there is one more function called as to pickle. So a is my data frame that is coming from ex1.csv. Then I'm converting or I'm storing this into pickle kind of function. Now what is pickle? Pickle is a binary data format. What is that? It will store my file into byte codes, which is not readable by humans. Let me just show it to you. I'll execute this. It will be more clear. Yeah, I have executed. Now I'll be able to find a named file in my location where this Jupyter notebook. Okay, this is the file. So it has created one file. Let me just open. So pickle is nothing but it will store in binary format. The data will be in binary format, which will not be readable by us. Yeah. So we will talk about this binary format more. Like I'll be discussing about one project where we'll be using this binary format. So the plus point over here is Python is capable of reading any binary format. Just use pd.read underscore pickle and give the name. So we have seen by opening this file A, we are not able to read anything. So any kind of file which is in binary format, we can read this using our IDE or using this Pandas package by using function called as read underscore pickle, which will read the binary format kind of file, and then we'll be able to read the data using this function read underscore pickle. So this is all a high level picture I'm giving it to you. We'll discuss more and more about this in our later project section. We'll be uh, um, working on some projects. It will be more clear to you. Everything that I've discussed will come into one place in that project. Now coming to next topic is our API, application programming interface. I'm just going to give a small definition what this API means, because we'll be using this more often in our later videos. So API is nothing but a communication between two applications. I'll just give you a real life example. For example, phone pay or Paytm and our bank HDFC Access. Let's suppose HDFC. So Paytm and HDFC, they both, suppose you make a payment using Paytm. What it does, it will redirect you to, uh, Paytm will request our bank, Access Bank or HDFC Bank, to make this payment, and then Access or the bank, it will give a response. Yes, you can make this payment and make the transfer. So the communication between these two applications are happening using this API. This is an interface. So like suppose a phone pay is written using Python code, HDFC bank application is using Java. So a connection or a communication between these two applications, so that request and response kind of thing happens smoothly, is using this web API. It is just communicating between our two interfaces. For example, Paytm and our banks, Swiggy, Zomato, it is also connected to our banks. So this is a high level picture of what API is. We'll be discussing more about this in our later videos. So what I'm trying to do, okay, let's discuss this in our next video, because this will be hard to discuss over here. So I've just given a basic picture of what API is. We'll be discussing more about this in our later videos. So today we have seen about binary data format, how to read this using read underscore pickle, and then storing it in binary format by using to underscore pickle, and then we have seen about this date time kind of function, and date stamp sorry timestamp timestamp data type in today's video. So thank you so much guys for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe if you liked it. Thank you so much. Stay healthy, stay fit. Bye bye.